Hello, I'm Michael Rath with head basketball coach Bryan Whitten of the women's basketball team here at the Mount. And, starting the season off, talk a little bit about your guards.
I really think guards are a strength of our team. And we have a lot of experience at those positions. Leading off with Selena Mann, our 3-year starter at point guard, second team All-NEC player last year. Last couple years, she's been ranked in the top 5 in the country in assists. And defensively, everything really starts with her. She gets good ball pressure. She makes the other point guards a little bit uncomfortable. Hopefully gets them out of what they want to do. Looking forward to a great senior year for her. Returning leading scorer is junior Sid Henderson. Coming off a great year last year after the ACL tear and knee surgery the year before. Had a super year. Really kept us in a lot of games with her offensive ability. This year, her defense is back. As a freshman, she was our team defensive player of the year. I thought last year she wasn't where she was as a freshman, and now she can really impact the game on both sides of the floor. Sophomore Jen Carney looked very good. Freshman year is always a tough transition year. I think she had some ups and downs. Had a super summer, came back and really has played well all preseason long. And then we have Jackie Brewer, who is transferred from VCU, sat out last year for the transfer rule, eligible right now, is a three-point shooter, is a scorer, is a bigger guard, can hopefully get us some rebounds there. So I really think our rotation in that respect is pretty solid.
And you also got your forwards on the court, obviously. Talk a little bit about them.
Well, again, starts with Tara Lonergan, who is a returning senior. Last year was a part-time starter for us. Will probably be in that role again at times. A very good perimeter shooter. Has really worked hard on her inside scoring, her rebounding, and her defense. Has really shown a lot of good leadership this year, which is something that we needed from her. Jessie Kaufman is a junior now, a very good three-point shooter. Has worked again hard on the defensive end, hard on the rebounding, but I think Jessie's known for her three-point shooting, and if she continues to shoot the ball as well as she did at the end of last year, I think good things can happen for her and for us. Rachel Matthews is our rock in the middle, extremely strong player, extremely confident player, has really played well defensively. Need her to rebound a little bit more, but she's really doing that. And offensively, she is finding different ways to score, but very strong, and is going to be someone that we rely on very heavily. Kayla Grossett is a junior who's sort of a guard forward. I didn't know where to put her in, but she's playing a little bit more forward this year. I think creates a lot of mismatches with her ability to face up and shoot it and handle the ball, and is definitely someone who can rebound. She's very strong, so we're looking forward to the 4 of them coming in and doing some good things. We have a couple players. Mel Mosniak is another sophomore who can shoot it and could spell some minutes in different areas. And then as another guard, a backup guard, Jody Jickey's a freshman point guard who has been working very hard, learning the system, getting used to things. So right now they're the 10 healthy players. We have some players out with some injuries that as soon as they get healthy and get back into it, we'll probably figure into the rotation.
Sounds great. One thing I noticed was the three-point shooting. Now, how important is it that you have so many players that can shoot the three ball?
That's huge for us. The name of the game is putting the ball in the basket. And we are blessed to have some players who can shoot it. We're blessed to have some players with some good work ethics who've really improved their shot. I think, positions 1 through 4, we can knock down the 3. So, it provides an atmosphere of if we get double teamed on the kick out, we're kicking out to a shooter. If we split and kick, we're kicking out to a shooter. So you really got to respect the shooters, and hopefully by respecting the shooters, it opens up some of the driving lanes for some of our guards who are pretty good off the bounce.
So now you were picked to finish 7th in the NEC, but what are your expectations and what are your goals for the season?
I think, after the run we had last year, returning the experience that we do, this is the first year, it's my 6th year, this is the first time we've had as many juniors and seniors as we've had freshmen and sophomores. So we'll really have a lot more experience this year. I think as we talk as a team, finishing in the top 4 is a goal for us. We finish in the top 4, we get a home playoff game, at least the first round. And then, a goal is always the NEC championship. That's why we play. We play to win championships. And if we can get to the championship and win that and get to the NCAA tournament and kind of get back to the storied history of Mount St. Mary's women's basketball, I think that would be a great season for us.
That's right. You play to win the game, as Herm Edwards once said. But your first game's coming up on actually tomorrow. Tell me your thoughts about that game.
Obviously going to be very challenging playing University of Maryland, number 5 team in the country. Returned Alyssa Thomas, who's probably a top 10 player in the country. A 6'3" center, a 6'4" forward, a 6'1" point guard. So very, very athletic. The defending ACC champs. It's going to be a challenge, But I told our team yesterday, there's only 29 teams in the country that get to play the 5th-ranked team. We only play 29 games, so at some point only 29 teams play the number 5 team. So we get to be first, and maybe we can catch them. You never know. They're getting their ACC rings before. Maybe they're celebrating. Maybe they're overlooking it. You don't know what that is. What that'll play out. But we're going to go out. We're going to compete. We're going to play hard. Obviously, we've got to rebound the basketball. That's super, super important for us. We've got to get back in transition defense, and for us, we've got to make shots. And if we're doing those 3 things, anything can happen.
That's right, and you're starting your non-conference slate. What are your goals what are your expectations for the non-conference play?
To get us ready for conference, I think any coach would tell you that. I mean, we're playing a really, really competitive non-conference schedule. The Maryland and then the other BCS schools, Pitt and Seton Hall. We're playing the Patriot League. We're playing American, who went to the semifinals last year, and Navy, who won it, and Lehigh, who is in the semis, and Bucknell, who has a new coach and is going to be challenging. We're playing a good Rider team out of New Jersey, a good Campbell team out of North Carolina. So it's very, very challenging. We're really looking forward to that, preparing us for our rigorous NEC schedule.
That's right. You spoke about your breakthrough last season. How important is it for you to continue that momentum and bring it into this season?
I think anytime you have some success, you want to build on it, and I think the hard part isn't getting good, it's staying good, or it's not being successful, it's staying successful. So, when you're up and coming or you're trying to build, you circle games on your schedule that, hey, we need to win this to establish ourselves. And when you start getting a little bit better, a little bit more competitive, people maybe start circling you on their schedule. And I don't know if we're at that point yet, but that's the point we want to get to. And so getting there is one thing, staying at that level is another thing. And, we had some success last year. We'd like to stay at the level we were at the last 8 games and build on that.
Sounds great. Well, that was head coach Bryan Whitten. I'm Michael Rath.